Thank you very much, HxGN team, for inviting me here. Coming to Ankleshwar and Bharuch is always very close to my heart because my initial days I have worked in Ankleshwar in a company called Maintellix. I was there for 4-5 years, so I have stayed in Ankleshwar and we used to come to Bharuch special occasions. So when this came to me, I immediately grabbed it as a let me go back to Ankleshwar Bharuch and just have a look. Okay, coming to the topic, I am Praful Ballard. I am taking care of engineering and projects in a company called Zydus Hospira Oncology Private Limited. Zydus Hospira Oncology is a joint venture between Zydus and Pfizer. We are situated in Ahmedabad, in Mathura, near Changodar, in SZ. We manufacture oncology medicines. We manufacture for Zydus and Pfizer, and we are exporting it to most of the countries in this world. Pfizer worldwide has deployed EAMs, and being a joint venture for Pfizer, it was also expected of us to have EAMs so that the transition is seamless, and we have done that. So I'll be sharing my experience of EAMs to you. I'm not an expert on EAMs, but yes, I'll try to answer and give you the most accurate feedback what I have. So I just told you that we are a joint venture between Zydus and Pfizer, situated in Ahmedabad. So why we need this transition? In pharma industry, if anybody is from pharma industry, regulatory audits and data integrity, ALCOA, is one of the most important aspect because in all audits we go through this. So we wanted a paperless solution for all our maintenance, calibration and breakdown activities. So eliminating paper-based inefficiencies. The minute you say paper, it calls for a lot of inefficiencies and mistakes and legibility issue, contemporaneous data entry, and striking through and all those things. So that was one of the objectives what we want. Ensuring data integrity. Data integrity is a big word in pharma industry. That is something which every auditor in every audit will try to look for. How authentic is your data, how real is your data, whether it is scoped or whether it is realistic. So if you have EAMs, that whole question is null and void. Enhancing operational efficiencies. So when you have EAMs, you have to do everything online and you cannot postpone it or you cannot have it, do it some other day. So that is on-time execution. On-time readiness, ATR. ATR is also a very big word in pharma industry. Like whenever we have audits. Now in my 28 years of experience, I haven't seen a single audit wherein the auditor has not really gone into calibration records or preventive maintenance records or breakdown records. So they will invariably look for all those key equipments, maintenance and calibration details and all those things. And specifically if it is related to any deviation or any incident, then that equipment comes into radar and all detail analysis is done. So if you have paper-based system, this you have to you ensure that everything is in place and everything is properly documented. But in EAMS, everything is on the system. All you have to do is you take your laptop, go to the audit room and explain them whatever data they want, you can produce. And this software has got great features like let's take an example of a manufacturing vessel. So rouging, derouging, so you can take photographs before and after, you can upload it on the EAMS, you can have a checklist, you can have a lot of reports from the vendors, and you can attach it to the EAM. So you can have a complete documentation on that particular equipment, and you can present it to the auditors. You don't have to ensure the readiness for the audit. Asset management, this is also a very good feature. Like assets, when you have paper-based system, you don't know what are your bad actors, or rather the process is very tedious to know what assets are performing as per the expectations and what assets are not performing as per the expectations. But asset management becomes very easy if you have digitization. Cost saving and resource optimization, you can depute your technicians based on the craftsmanship on the particular breakdown, calibration and PM. So you can do resource planning, you can do resource scheduling in advance on this. Key challenges is reliance on manual, non-digital workflow system. So that's what I said, that when you have manual and non-digital, so the paper will be torn, the writing of the people may not be legible, and all time-consuming execution. It's really tedious, and it is person-specific. Some technicians are very good in writing technical aspects. Some technicians are not so good, so that part is also taken care of. Legacy maintenance practice, legacy practices of having that all time-consuming process. So that is tedious information exchange. Like if I want to have the total breakdown on lyophilizer or tunnel for last 2 years, then I have to go to the document cell and get the fetch the data and compile it and make an Excel. So it's a 4-5 days activity, whereas in EAMS it is just you click and you get everything. Manual data analysis practice, limited access to structured historical data. So we are new to this system, but in 4-5 years we will be having a lot of historical data, so I can get the failures or the breakdowns or the calibration failures of particular equipment, and I can have top 5 bad actors, top 5 most equipment having highest breakdown hours and so on. Fragmented interdepartmental process, like one breakdown, it moves from engineering to production to QA to compliance and IPQA and then back to engineering. So this document transfer you have to monitor and push and all those things. Whereas in system it automatically goes and then he gets a pop-up and the timer starts, and then you can really close the loop in a fast way. Time-consuming data retrievability, that's what I said, that once if you want to have detailed analysis of a particular equipment's failure in last 3-4 years, you can you will need at least 4-5 days to get that, but now it will be very easy. So what was analyzed while selecting this particular application? Digitized workflow management, like we have a certain flow of the process in our system, like the user generates a request, it comes to engineer, then he takes it the concurrence from the production, then it goes to IPQA, and then the engineering does the work, and then finally it goes to QA for final comments and closure. So that is one thing which we were looking for. Process of automation and optimization, again we wanted to optimize the process and have the optimum optimization of the processes, like it should not go to the people it is not intended. Predictive maintenance and preventive maintenance. So this is we had the orthodox style of doing EAM and calibration. It is all scheduled in EAMS. We get advance intimation on the PMs that are due for next month and so forth. Centralized data management, so the server has got all the data, so you can fetch out the data as and when required. Intelligent historical data archiving and retrieval. So again, this is also very important because this is something which is very frequently asked that in last 3 years how many breakdowns you have faced on this equipment or this particular machine. Integrated collaboration platform. So collaboration platform, like we have our MPRNs on Power BI. So now this data from EAMS can be navigated to Power BI, and the dashboards for the MPRM will be ready as you refresh the data. Earlier it was a task wherein we used to collect the data, make the dashboard, and have all those PPPs. But with Power BI and EAMS, it is seamless. Real-time communication and notifications. So again, contemporaneous is what I was referring to in the Unplanned principle. So when you do the calibration, the technician takes the iPad and he does the values. He enters the values into the iPad. So they are all real-time data which he is fetching, and a notification like for all major breakdowns and calibrations and PM, you can define the people or the set of people whom you want to inform about the activities in advance and how much time in advance and all those things. Automated quality monitoring and reporting. So quality in pharma industry takes the center stage. So in all your activities, they form an important link into the activity. So they are the final authority to close or to take a stand on particular activity. So calibration, EAM, so they enter their remark and column into that, and that how it closes. In paper, it is always a challenge that the document is closed, and then the quality person says this did not come to me or something like that. So that can be eliminated. So as I was saying, we are very new to this software, and it is just 2 years that we have been using it. And the project scope was what was the key processes that we wanted to map into this asset management, calibration, program and schedules, spare part management, preventive maintenance, and breakdown maintenance. So these all components as of today are integrated in our system. Going forward, we have a lot of plans to expand this program to other areas as well. The department that are impacted for this is pharmaceutical quality control, engineering, validation, manufacturing, warehousing, and quality. Measurable outcomes is monitoring KPIs, reports, and alert notifications. So this report generation, so we have trending of everything in our company. So alarm trending, BDS trending, breakdown trending, PM trending, and calibration trending. So all these trends we used to make manually. Now we have all the raw data from the EAMS, and we will fetch it to Power BI. The trends are ready. So this previous manual process is now automatic. So implementation journey, I informed you earlier that the entire Pfizer network is on EAMS. So we were also expected to be on EAMS. So the inception was in April 2023, wherein we reached out to, at that time it was in 4 EAMS, now it is HxGN EAMS. So we reached out to EAMS team and took the quotation and all those things, which was reviewed by our colleagues in Pfizer. Inception in 23, then elaboration in July 23, construction December 23, transition April 24, and optimize and go live in May 24. So for doing this, Godrej was our channel partner, and a lot of field data was collected, and the entire database was made, which was the first we had an UAT wherein a test server was there. We uploaded the data on the test server. The qualification and validation activity was then performed, and then finally we went go live. So before doing that, all connections and all flow charts were checked and verified that it is as per our requirements. So these are some of the advantages that we are using right now. There are many more which we are yet to explore and implement. So work identification, work planning, work scheduling, work execution, work completion, and work analysis. So these all things the engineer now sitting on his laptop can do all these things. And believe me, if you have such system, then people will be keen to join your company, because nobody wants to work in paper-based system these days, particularly the new generation, the new engineers. If you tell them to do an analysis on a bunch of files, and then he will be slightly, discouraged. But if you give him this and tell him to do analysis, he will be charged, and he will look forward on this. And going forward, I don't think so. Companies will be, relying on paper-based systems. So more and more, be it Hexagon or any XYZ, all companies will have this automated system, because having those orthodox paper-based system is outdated and very costly. These are the snapshots from the very initial days of UAT. So on the left hand side, you can see this is 100% you can configure as per your requirement. So we had done this breakdown, calibration, and PM, and then you can have the bar graphs and you can have your KPIs also, and that dashboard will at the start of the day will give you where you are standing. So like for us, the KPIs, the 5% reduction in breakdown hours as compared to baseline 2024. So this, the minute I switch on my computer, it will tell me where I am standing. Also on the budgets, how much money has gone into cost of maintenance and total breakdown hours. These are the snapshots of PM calibration and breakdown. So every company has got its own format. So we had given our manual format to the Hexagon team, and then accordingly those things were also put into. This is PM schedule, so you can see the schedule for the year. You can select particular equipment, see the PM for last 3 years, see major activities done, and all these things. These are again the reports of breakdown, calibration, and PM. Key benefits achieved: paperless operation. That is the most and biggest advantage we have. Now when I say paperless, it is not easy. You need Wi-Fi into your entire company. So all service floor, utilities, we had to first lay a network of Wi-Fi, procure a lot of iPads and give it to technicians, all engineers on laptops, because that is where they will be entering the data. So that ecosystem has to be first developed. Then only you can talk of going paperless. Real-time data capture, this, as I said, is a very big problem because backdating or falsifying data and all those things. So those things are taken care of. On-time readiness. Any pharma colleague you can talk to, and he will have a lot of anxiety for regulatory audits, may it USFDA, MHRA, whatever it is. So, but if you have this particular software of any company, you can be rest assured that you don't have those anxieties because everything is in your system. So you go to the auditor with your laptop and you can demonstrate whatever, or you can show them whatever they are asking for. Data integrity I have already covered. Seamless web mobile sync, you can also have the alert notification on your mobile for any critical or emergency activities. Comprehensive asset life cycle management. Asset life cycle management is again very important. So this software gives you the bad actors, the number of working hours, the amount of money spent on that particular asset and the life. So based on that entire database, you can take a decision whether to maintain that asset is desirable or to replace that asset with a new one is more beneficial. So that decision, it will not take the decision, but it will give you all the enabling parameters based on which you can take a sound decision. Strategic asset retirement, again a subset of that. So based on that, you can decide whether to retire that asset or you have still a working life remaining in that asset. Way forward, yes, there are a lot of activities we are yet to do into the system. Dashboard management, that is Power BI dashboard. So we are working on to having a Power BI dashboard which will have key parameters and it will take the data from EAMS, and one slide will cover everything. Energy sustainability management. The gentleman from Grassing was saying about NZ. So, sir, your point. 2040, you want to be net zero. Similarly, we at Pfizer also have NZ master plan rolled out, and according to that, we are also on to 2040 carbon neutral. So, all our NZ projects as of now are locked into another system. So, going forward, we will be logging that into EAMS, so that will give me where I am heading. Filter replacement scheduling, again this activity is not into EAMS as of now, so but we will be taking filter replacement activities also onto the EAMS. MTTR and MTBF reports generation, so right now we are using it, but we are using lead based, but this is something on a scale of let's say 0 to 10, we are reaping benefit to 3 and 4, but we really want to take more benefit of MTTR and MTBF going forward, so we will be working extensively on that. Breakdown trending, so again the trends and all those things, where it is going and all those things. Water system scheduling. Water system forms major utility in parental manufacturing because that is one of the raw material which is used in the product. So all water system activities, be it sanitization, be it any other passivation or something like that. So all those activities we want to take it into EAMS. So that's all from me. I will be happy to answer any questions if you have.
Sir, you mentioned this, you are using the Power BI as an export, so it is not a part of EAM?
No, Power BI is a separate software. So you know what, this we use for MPRM, that is monthly performance management meeting. So every department does a presentation. So engineering presentation we do in Power BI. So all the data is fetched from EAMS, and then you don't have to work additionally to make those PPTs and presentations. Yeah.
You told I am from Alchem Laboratories. It's a API industry.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm from EHS department. So
Okay.
my major concern is to prevent the environment. So they also take care for the ESG. So I found in pharma companies there is a lot of documentation, paper documentation is required. You told that you reduce at the apex notch you put paperless document. Is it possible? Because whenever I asked to the basically QA person try to reduce in last 1 year span to reduce the paper documentation, then I found that it is somehow seems mandatory to have paper. Even we are doing the digital signatures, everything, but taking printouts. So how you came out from these stuffs? Like if it is possible with Zydus Pharma, then definitely it's acceptable from US FDA and all
Of course.
So really it's only the showcase कि ऐसा करना है, or it is something the reality is different.
Sir,
Please guide me.
very good question. Thank you very much. Post implementation of EAMS, sir, I have faced at least 3 major regulatory audits. Major. In all those audits, my engineers have carried laptops and I haven't got any observations. The auditors were very happy, very content with the information what they have seen. Point number 1. Now, coming to your question, is it really possible? As I said, to do this, you need lot of work and lot of money and lot of ecosystem has to be done. So the first thing I did was all service floor, all utilities, because usually in our context, our Wi-Fi's are related to offices and people where servers and SCADA systems are there. There the IT person fixes the Wi-Fi router and that's done. But we had mapped the entire site for Wi-Fi because you never know where the sensor is. So the person has to do calibration. उधर जाके बोलेगा सर इधर Wi-Fi नहीं है मैं क्या करूँ? So first is you have to ensure internet at every place with the company. Point number 1. Point number 2, you have to give them handheld instruments like iPads or tabs or whatever it is. And third is laptop. So once you enable them with these 3 things, then the rest of the thing is done by the software and the formats and all those things. And we have now in engineering we have 0 paper. And let me tell you, our joint venture company Pfizer, they have a unit in Vizag. The entire site is paperless. Like if I go there and if I have paper in my hand, it's a deviation. If I get deviation, why you are calculating? So things have gone way ahead, and people have systems and procedures. And I personally believe all those digital systems are much more reliable and authenticate than having a paper. Paper, if I give you a paper, the auditor may doubt whether what you have done is true or false. But if you show it on system, I don't think so there is any space for doubt or confusion. मेरे पास तो ऐसे प्रॉब्लम थे ना सर कि टेक्नीशियन कैलिब्रेशन में 7.8 लिखा है तो 7.8 है 1.8 है 1.3 है कोई नहीं पता चलता तो बेस्ड ऑन द वो एक बोलता था नहीं वो 7.8 है दूसरा बोलता नहीं वो 1.3 है so legibility and you cannot expect it from all the people अभी सब में I have some 50-60 people तो हर एक टेक्नीशियन स्मार्ट होगा ये एक्सपेक्टेशन रखना थोड़ा सा unrealistic है. So this is where he 1.8 type किया तो वो 1.8 single set of truth. So 1.8 for him is 1.8 for everyone.
Very perfectly put. So I now understood that is the only showcase being given by my good QA team. Now I have the clarity that I can fight now that here is a possibility. Because the adaptation comes once you accept that yes, it's possible. If you first day you know it is not possible, Thanks.
Sir, I will also invite you. Please drop in sometime to Ahmedabad and come to our plant. I will show you our installation and how it is done.
I have a question.
Right.
That what is the business case? I have understood all these parts and these are excellent things. But the business case means how much is the investment Zydus did, and what is after 2 years? What is the ROI on that? Because ultimately this is what
Sir,
handle.
sir, it fails on that. The investments are huge. Where is Manish? It's about team. Are you listening to this? Sir, the investments are huge. The software is costly. The servers are required to be installed and all those things. Plus, you need all those laptops, units, and all those things. And on top of that, once you have done that investment, you need licenses every year. So it's not. I not say it's a cheap solution. It's a costly solution. No doubt about it. But if you are talking about benefits, then if you talk only tangible benefit, the ROI fails miserably. If you talk about the tangible and intangible benefit, the ROI is very lucrative. It's encouraging because the peace of mind it gives to me. And these days, US again MHRA are coming unannounced. Like they tell on the same day that we are auditing you. So that with that anxiety and that all things, if I have my system in place, it gives a very big relief. Plus, these days a lot of data are asked, like for any particular equipment, you do this, you do that, you do that. Now, I cannot deploy a number of engineers, to take all the data from document cell and do the analysis. So this system gives a fairly good enough information on what is required. The crux is that you have to configure it appropriately. Don't rush to implement or go live. 6 months में go live, 8 महीने में go live. Don't do that. Take your own time. Do all proper mapping of your processes and then go live.
So one more following question. Right?
Yeah.
In such case, how that you were successful to convince your management for the investment?
Good question.
Sir, I had an advantage, as I said earlier. Pfizer Worldwide is on EAMS, and we were supposed to be on software-based system. We were scouting for many software. He knows how many software systems we had evaluated, and but yes, I would say this is one of the best systems. Not a cheap.
Are you using flame-proof tablet or non-flame?
Sir, non-flame-proof tablet because we are into formulation. तो हम क्या injections बनाते हैं. तो we don't have much flammable zones. ज़्यादा नहीं है.
Fire risk is how serious is fire risk in pharma?
Pardon, sir?
How serious is the fire risk in pharma compared to other industries?
In formulation,
This is
yeah, I got it.
Can you plant
Sir, I know. I was in Aventis. There was one Aventis Crop Science, which is
I'm from Bayer. Earlier I worked with Bayer.
so I need to talk to you. Okay, we are colleagues. AC1, AC2, delta methane, वो है अभी. 1998 it was in that. Okay, fire hazard in API and chemical is very high, but in formulation it is there, but not to that extent. We have products which are solvent based. We have boilers which are LDO fired. We have register which has got diesel, and we have solvent storage. Plus we have gas cylinders for the QC. So the hazards are present, but they are not to that magnitude, and we follow Pfizer safety practices. So we have